And then next up we have Roham from Dapperlabs. If you're here, I'm not sure if you made it into CV, but I know you're in Discord, so feel free to unmute and tell us everything that you're cooking up over at Dapperlabs.
Awesome. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear.
Great. Well, thanks everyone for having me. I'm Roham, the founder and CEO of Dapperlabs, and super excited to speak directly with so many members of the community. Don't get the chance to do it too often. So short version is Dapperlabs is firing on all cylinders, both Ethereum and Flow. So no maximalism here, although Flow is the blockchain we developed from scratch. So we are putting a lot of effort into making sure it works for things like NFTs and games and consumer products. But on the Ethereum side, we're doing a fair number of things, trying to give as much exposure as we can to crypto artists with CryptoKitties. So doing a number of partnerships, and I think you'll maybe I'll talk quickly about what we did with Hackatow, which was our last drop. Basically a two-part activation. We did a auction on Async Art, which is an amazing platform for people that may not know about it. It basically lets an artist break their work up into different pieces, which they call layers, and give control over different layers to different people. So, in Hackatow's case, one person owns the master. I ended up outbidding everyone. I'm buying myself. But that thing is a social piece of art where the folks that own the different layers of it can actually control what gets displayed at our office, and I just find that so cool. And then we released several Hackatow designed genes into CryptoKitties, time limited. That we call these things prestige genes, which sort of let people breed cats with the look that they want, as long as they try to include the recipe, the genes that they need to get the time limited Hackatow genes. And that was really exciting for our community. We hit a high of about 8,000 MAU just playing CryptoKitties during that time, and got a few thousand Hackatow cats out of it, which look all kinds of different. So it's very cool to see. And then there's Flow. So Flow, I don't know if everyone here knows about it, but we've been building it for the last few years, driven out of a lot of our experience with CryptoKitties, Dapper Wallet, Cheese Wizards on Ethereum, and trying to rethink a blockchain from the ground up for consumer products and for things that need high throughput. They need decentralization, and actually would get much harder with sharding and layer 2 and forcing normal users to sort of jump through hoops where you can imagine traders or professionals doing so, or developers, but not just NBA fans. So the first product on Flow is an NBA product. It's called NBA Top Shot. It's going really well. We launched it sort of in public beta in October. Have about $5 million spent in the sort of collector economy. So I think, according to Masari, we're the biggest sports NFT product, which is cool. But we're really just getting started. You'll start seeing a lot of real marketing from us, from our player base. We have several players who are investors and pretty actively involved with Dapperlabs. So you'll start seeing real marketing from us as we get into things with the new season. And remember, what's online right now is just the collector experience. So we have a full-scale mobile game coming out in testing by this year, and then in the real way early next year. And the reason we're building a mobile game is we think that mobile is the way. We have to get there as an industry in order to kind of cross the chasm and have the mainstream sort of using these products and getting a taste of true ownership and all of these things. So there's some challenges there with the different app stores, but we have we're sort of trying to pave the way for others to kind of have a playbook or a sort of template that they can follow and actually get things to be real on people's phones and people's pockets. So other than that, there's at this point well over 100 teams working on Flow, kind of venture-backed companies, Fortune 500 companies, and people like OpenSea, two products with millions of existing users. And I just want to say, we're very open to working with folks, whether crypto or or not, and trying to create a ecosystem that's also cross blockchain. So you'll see that CryptoKitties, how they can live on Ethereum but have new functionality on Flow. So that's about it from me. In case you didn't see, yesterday we also announced a partnership with Genies, which is, maybe the really cool sort of mainstream approach to avatars, and already integrated with some massive platforms. So they want to bring true ownership to their users, digital items for their avatars, and going to do all of that on Flow. So that's pretty cool too. So I'll pause there. Happy to take any questions, and again, thanks so much for having me.
That's awesome. You guys are doing so much. So, to get through what you're doing, it's a feat in itself in that short amount of time. Just want to let everyone know that Discord is cranking. We're just a few people shy of 200 people concurrently listening right now in Discord, and many, many more in CryptoVoxels and Decentraland. At this point, we wanted to kind of do a panel with Roham, Vignesh, and DeFi Dad. But one of the ways we were thinking about it is innovating on the idea of a panel. So instead of doing everyone at the same time, we wanted to ask some questions individually and let the answers of those questions kind of inform the next speaker's replies. And the panel we wanted to do today was on the intersection of NFT and DeFi. And so to get started, talking to Roham about NFTs is the idea that we had. So the first question for you, Roham, do you think that there are too many NFT projects out there right now? Do you think that we're in kind of like the beginning of a bubble or anything like that?
I think not at all. We are so early in the sense that there are a lot of awesome people working on NFT projects, and a lot of them started off by being collectors and or artists or sort of getting in other ways. And so there might be a lot of projects relative to the number of people in the space. But I think the number of people in the space is going to absolutely explode, with both things we're doing, the sort of things that others are doing around the same concepts, and I think it's the kind of thing that compounds, right? You sort of hear it once, you maybe get it, and then you sort of start thinking about it and you get hooked. And so I think not at all. And in fact, I would encourage folks to go much wider than people have been going. Like, there's so much design space to be explored. Someone tweeted the other day, "Hey, I'm sad that so many NFTs are video but don't have audio. If anyone wants audio, get in touch with me." I'm like, bam, there's something there where there's like a composing element of combining audio, video, creating multimedia stuff that it itself is crowdsourced. And I don't know, I think there's so many things to explore, and I love seeing the new things being worked on from the community. So I would say empathic, no. I do think we have to figure out how to tell the story as an industry better in terms of mass adoption and kind of the sort of, I need to help projects. A big personal goal for me is helping a lot of these projects get funded and sort of get to the next level in terms of having, the wider crypto space and the wider financial space start taking sort of the category more seriously, and sort of giving us some fuel to cross the chasm.
Totally. And like you're talking about, sort of NFTs are this really interesting design layer that people are able to take their ideas and combine them or complement them with myriad ideas, it seems. And we're just at the beginning. I totally wholeheartedly agree with you as well. But taking that idea of composability, I think one of the interesting trends we've started to see, especially this year, are projects that kind of marry NFTs and DeFi together. Do you think that that's a passing trend, or do you think that that's a marriage that's going to last long into the future? And I'm wondering if you have any example projects to kind of base your answer on.
I think there's I think it's literally just scratching the surface. So we've always said, like, internet, we sort of, blockchain is to value as the internet was to information. Well, we're kind of still at the websites and email stage, where this kind of composability, when we say, oh, DeFi mixing with NFTs, it's like a website that sends you an email. Like it's that basic still. And if you think about it, blockchain is an application platform. We're writing software, and so the level of complexity that it can get to, and the level of sort of integration in people's lives is, I think, we're like a decade away from sort of seeing the full impact. So even the things that Andre is doing with, NFTs as loans, or the things that we were seeing NFTs as insurance contracts, and starting to sort of think about, well, how about we experiment with those inside sort of game context or social context or social currencies or whatever it is. The projects you mentioned, specific projects. I really like the Avagachi ideas. I really like the some of the ideas around meme, and we've seen kind of some of the excitement it can generate. We've also seen some of the sort of ups and downs, the volatility. So I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. But I would encourage people to think about it even way bigger. You know what I mean? It's an application platform, and we're just kind of putting simple Lego blocks together. What happens when we have tens of thousands of Lego blocks, and are kind of, there's millions of developers building those pieces, are on those pieces.
100%. Great answer. If anyone else has any questions for Roham or what he's doing over at Dapperlabs, feel free to hit him up in Discord. But Roham, I just want to thank you for taking the time out to speak with us here at the WIP today.
Yeah, really happy to be here. Thank you.